I'm Gary McAtamney and this is Copper Fitness. Hello and welcome back to the 12-week Fat Loss Challenge. We are back tonight with Paddy and he is on week 6 and we're just going to lay down all the details and we're just going to discuss the last 7 days and how it's been. Paddy, in the past 7 days, have you had any weight loss, any ounces off? Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, long story short, I've another kilo off, exactly 1 kilo. So down from 105.6 to 104.6.
Perfect.
And I've lost a centimetre off my waistline. So
Yeah. So really good.
Yeah.
What's that total? And so this week 6, what has your total weight loss been? Week
5 kilos, so down from 109.6 to 104.6.
How do you feel?
I feel good. To be honest, this is the first week I've started to sort of feel a bit tired. But with 5 sessions in 5 weeks, the last 5 weeks, 4 sessions so far this week. I played football as well last night, so my energy expenditure is quite high at the minute. Obviously, I've been in a deficit, but I'm still good. Like, I'm still training obviously, and my weights are all improved and everything's good. So.
And this is so normal, and I'm glad Paddy touched on that because it's not just every week is 100%. Some weeks it can be really hard and a struggle. As Paddy said there, he's sticking to his calories now and the energy's starting to get a bit low, but his output has nearly increased. So that's when it gets really hard and you have to really dial down on your food quality, your sleep, energy management and things like that. Paddy, how hard or how easy has the last 7 days been?
7 days they're okay. They haven't been that difficult, to be honest. Like the training sessions are hard. We had that strength session Monday and Wednesday, which were both tough. There's a lot of heavy weights, which obviously require a lot of energy, and the day after I'm always quite tired, but obviously your body's trying to adjust for using that energy. But I've been training like 5 more sessions, done a football session. My calories are all, I'm hitting my targets every day. I'm exceeding my protein pretty much every day. So 7 days, the Monday to Friday's grand. I'm in routine, I'm training and everything's grand. The weekends are sort of hard because when you're not training, you lose that sort of structure and that bit of routine. But the weekend passed, I dialed down, and didn't do anything too exciting. I didn't eat anything bad, or anything too high in calories. So, they've been grand. So first week I've sort of felt a bit tired, but I'm not exhausted. I'm not knackered or anything. Just I've noticed I've went from 9 or 10 out of 10 to maybe like a 7. It's just I've dipped a wee bit, but
which that's okay because again you won't be 10 out of 10 every week, so Paddy mentioned there as well that doesn't have that structure weekends, and that there's very, very common because most people work Monday to Friday, have the weekends off, and then you totally lose all the habits and routine. But he's did enough work during the week that he can take a step back from his energy output and sort of relax, wind down, and the food can let go a wee bit, and he can still, as you've seen there, he can still make good results in the next 7 days. Paddy, I just want you, for the people at home watching, what would you tell somebody at this stage of the program if they were at this stage? It's week 6, you're feeling tired, but you're still getting results. Like, what would you tell somebody?
So today is the last day of week 6, so 6 out of 12 weeks are exactly halfway today. I would say stick with it. And I done it too. I said to you at the start, after maybe 3 weeks or something like that, I only lost about 2.8 kilo. I was thinking this is a bit slow. I'd like it to be quicker. I'd like results faster. And I was sort of questioning, my diet and stuff like that. But it's long term. It's 12 weeks. We're only halfway. I've now down. I'm down 5 kilo. My goal was to get under 100 kilos, so to have 10 kilo off basically. So I'm exactly halfway there, exactly halfway through. So everything's right where it needs to be. I would tell anybody that diet's essential. No matter how hard you train, if you're not counting your calories, or at least have a somewhat accurate account of them.
How do you mentally stick to your diet? So it's easier said than done. You tell somebody eat good, train a lot.
Okay, it's easy to say eat this and eat that.
How do you turn up every day and be on a diet as such? Because does it feel like you're on a diet right now?
No, I don't eat any like chocolate or crisps or anything like that. I don't drink any fizzy drinks, so I stick to water. And it's easy to drink water now because it's really warm. But Two big things for me is, first of all, if you want to train 5 days a week or 4 days a week, if you want to be able to train, you need the energy. So your food has to be right, and eating biscuits and sweets and Coke and all that stuff, that doesn't give you the energy. Your body doesn't recover. You're going to be sore. You're going to be lethargic. And secondly, there's no point in going to the gym, burning 500, 600, 700 calories or whatever in a session, doing the hard work, and then going home and eating something and throwing it all away. Like it just doesn't make any sense. You know, you've gone and done the hard part. You know, you've got over the hill, and now you're like, just eat something good.
Yeah.
To go home and eat something bad and throw it all away and go back to square one the next
Aye,
day, just
because you end up
it's just a complete waste of
you end
time.
up doing the hard work and
Yeah.
then not seeing the result.
And
Do you
then
know?
most people probably, if you do the training, you go home and you eat something bad, you're back to square one. Over a week, you don't see any results. You're going, you know, this is a waste of time. I'm getting
Yeah.
no results. And I'm training 5 days a week, and you know, I'm not losing any weight. I should be losing weight. I'm working hard, but your diet's 80% plus, you know, of this whole thing, and it's just sticking to it. So that's, I would say to you, like, sit down, count your calories, get your protein in. It allows you to train as much as you want to train, or as hard as you want to train, and ultimately you see the results. It's my advice.
So if you had a quick 3 points to tell somebody, what would it be? The first one is stick to the diet.
Stick to the diet, absolutely.
What would the second one be?
Would be patient. It might not just, like, you're not going to come in and lose 5 kilos in a week or two. It's going to take, you know, at least a month or 6 weeks to do that.
And the
So
third
be
one, what do you
patient,
think?
and consistency is just absolutely crucial.
Just keep turning up.
There's no point in doing one session this week and 4 next week and 2
Aye.
the week. You need to be doing, realistically, probably 4 sessions a week, you know, to see any, you know, result coming quickly. If you want to allow more than 12 weeks, 3 sessions might do
Yeah.
it with a good diet, but consistency, don't think about it too. Like, if you're, sit down and say to yourself, I'm going to go to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or whatever days you pick, and do that. Don't negotiate with yourself. Don't start, oh, well, it's too warm, or I'm tired, or whatever, you know. Just dedicate yourself to it. Pick times, or, you know, pick days that go to it. You know, you can be tired after it. You can go to bed after the gym or whatever. It's only an hour to your evening. So definitely be consistent. Just, you know, be deliberate in your actions.
Yeah, perfect. That's great. So remember to tune in next week. It'll be on week 7, and Paddy is heading away this weekend, so it'll be interesting to see what happens next week. You don't want to miss it. Hello, and we're back with Darren here. He is on week 6 of this 12-week fat loss program, and he is here to share with you the results he's got in the past 7 days. So Darren, just fill us all in. Any progress in the last 7 days? Weight loss, inches off, game, whatever?
Oh, a bit of both. So I'm actually up 2 kilo since last week, which obviously is a bit demoralising, but I'm down half an inch.
Yeah, on your waist.
On my waist.
Yeah.
So you tell me what's happening there, because I would sort of put it out now. I wouldn't say my diet has been great, and my diet has obviously fell due to lack of preparation and being busy, but I'm still maintaining coming to me 3 days a week to the gym.
Yeah.
Warmer weather, more water intake as well. Like, for instance, the days I almost have 6 litres of water.
That's massive.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So that could be part of the reason, but I'm still glad that I'm losing around my waist. So
And on days like this, when you weigh in and you feel like a wee bit more weight on, but that's exactly where we take measurements as well, because you've half an inch off your stomach, you know, and if you didn't weigh yourself, you're like, oh my god, I'm buzzing here. Like, you may even feel lighter, you may not feel heavier as such, and it just says water intake and things like that. But just want to touch on a wee thing, like, with having a 2 kg on this week, what has been, forget the weight at the minute, what has been the biggest win this week? Like, for example, what was it on Monday or Wednesday there when you were doing the strength session? Like, what were you able to lift?
well, obviously the deadlift and stuff like that has been good. You know, I really love strength training. I really excel at it. You know, high intensity stuff, struggle so much with. Obviously, it's due to my size and my fitness too. Like, you know, makes it harder. But, you know, deadlifting 140 for 5 reps. You know, not bad for
No, it's pretty good going.
someone that's just stepping back into the gym.
And
know.
on week 6, so
On week 6, yeah, I know. So that was a good one, and obviously a half an inch off.
Yeah,
the
you have to
waist is
take them.
also
You have
a
to
good
take the positive as well. And again, weight gain in 7 days is not always going to be fat. You're not going to gain too fat, or not going to gain 2 kg of fat in 7 days. It's just not possible. Okay. Same way you're not going to lose 2 kg of body fat in 7 days. Exact same. Okay. So if you're at home and that happens to you, you step on the scales and you're lighter, and you step on the scales you're heavier. Try not be excited or disheartened either way. It is what it is. You know, that's your total mass body weight at that time. Focus on the positive, and again, just keep sticking to the plan. Again, just narrow down on food intake, things like that, see where you're going wrong, address it, and move forward from there, okay? Has the last 7 days for you been hard, been easy?
It sort of has been hard, for the simple reason being, I've sort of been eating on the go, which is a bad thing to do, especially, it's a bad thing to do regardless, do you know what I mean? Like, and people who work and don't prepare, like the night before, or the week ahead, whatever it may be, it is a nightmare, because even if you go on, and for instance, I was actually talking to Paddy about this earlier, you go on and order a salad box in like a deli counter, you're like, give me some of this, you know, some chicken and bacon mix, whatever it is. That box, you don't know what calories is in it. It's not weighed, you know, it's more or less priced per size of box, do you know what I mean? And the grams of protein, everything, you don't know really what you're eating. You do know the foods, but you just don't know the actual nutrients and macros, whatever it is. So that is a baller, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because that's so easy. Something you can not be prepared. You can't be prepared every single day. Some days there is some things come in the way and you have to go to plan B, and you might always get the way your day wants to run. But for example, they're eating, like, you could be used to eating 600 or 700 calories for your lunch, and then if you're not prepared, you don't have lunch, you go to the shop and you're getting what you think could be a healthy salad bowl, could be full of coleslaw and sauce and things like that, and it could be 900 or 1,000 calories there and then, and not even satisfy you, you know. So there's wee things like that, but again, it's just dialing down on and trying to minimise them situations, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. So that really, over the past 7 days, like, that was the hardest thing, and I did actually notice it then coming into the gym. Do you know what I mean? When your food hasn't been 100% on par, what you have been doing for the previous, 5 weeks, it does. I did notice it. Do you know what I mean? The training was a wee bit more difficult, to try and do, and to even the tiredness as well. It definitely does have an effect on your daily, routine or whatever it may be.
And that just goes to show you, as in, when the food quality goes down, the gym sessions get harder. Even coming to it is harder, and putting yourself through it feels more difficult because the energy isn't there, and then you're dragging yourself through that day, which can very lead to falling off the bandwagon altogether.
Sorry. It does. It definitely leads into a rut, because that one day of that week of not being prepared, leaves you in that bad mood where you're like, oh, I'm not going to go to the gym. I feel tired. And as Paddy says, don't negotiate with yourself. Just go to the gym, which I have been doing. There's been a couple of nights I just felt like saying, forget about it. I'm not going to go to the gym. But it can lead on to, snowball effect, where you don't go to the gym and then you are eating unprepared. You're going to the shop every day, you're eating those bad meals, you're coming home in the evening, and the next thing, before you know it, you've had a chippy 7 days a week. Do you know what I mean?
That's so easy done. So if anything, for you at home, if that happens to you at all, try and take the positives out of that week. Give yourself some credit, okay? So the food might be 100% and you mightn't be prepared as you usually would be, but you still came to the gym, you still were lifting really good weight, you still put yourself through a hard session. Now you take a step back and think, I still did that with not a great week. Well, it shows you what you can do, and it's them wee habits there that'll keep you progressing, and not, like, even your maintaining a week is fine, wee week again is 100%, but it'll keep you progressing on, okay? What would you tell someone that says going through the exact same thing as you right now at this stage of the program, like say, has maybe went up in the scales? And so inspired, like, oh no, 2 kg on, what the fuck do we do? What would you tell someone?
I would say to whoever obviously is watching this and probably going through it too, don't give up. Do you know what I mean? Regardless, you will see those weight fluctuations, and I've seen them numerous times. It's nothing to really worry about. Do you know what I mean? And you all have those weeks that you fall off, but you need to really just plan your week ahead. Be organised. That's rule number one. Because if you're not organised, it's complete chaos. Do you know what I mean? So just stay on target. Trust the process. It will happen. Yes, I'm halfway through. Yes, I've won 2 kilo back up. you know, so I'm only 3 kilo overall for the whole
Yeah.
duration of 6 weeks. That's fine. Do you know what I mean? I'm still losing on my waist, so it just goes to show you that things are still moving in
Yeah.
the right direction. So stop it now, keep going. You'll see huge results come the end of 12
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And even if you don't, keep going. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is a long game. Be patient with it.
Yeah, and that makes total sense. You try not to get mentally caught up all the time. We try not to fixate too much on the scales as well, because it's all about just feeling happy about yourself and putting that effort in. And it goes to show you there, like one bad meal can lead to lower energy, which doesn't make you feel great. And you know, one good meal that gives you a bit more energy and makes you feel really good. So you're always chasing that feeling. Okay, it's not about like, oh, like I really want to go to the gym today. Some days you won't want to go to the gym, but you want to feel good. You want to move good. You want to make your life a bit easier. If you're not prepared, your life's going to get harder. Okay, and if you're not looking after yourself, everything gets harder. You're not mentally clear, and every situation just seems more difficult than it's supposed to be. So do the hard work and show up, be consistent, and be patient with it, and your life automatically gets easier and things go in the way. That's what I would say on that note anyway, and that's from my personal experience and the clients in here. Get organised, show up, be patient, be consistent, do the hard work in your life, and the process will be a lot easier than you think. Okay? Folks, thanks for watching. Tune in next week as well, and be interesting to see what happens in the next 7 days for Darren here. Tune in same time next week, and you don't want to miss it.